Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Call Loyan La, Adonai Yahweh, Vashem, Shamalak Yahushai, Vashem Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Millstone, peace, citation, hope for elect, Shalom. And the title of this video is going to be Prisoners are getting incentives from E for getting the V. And I don't want to put, Esau's name, because fucking devil just take your fucking video down. One time I did that about, the whole V agenda, some shit like I mentioned about, the door-to-door thing. He just took down my video. And then I had to change the title on the other one because I'm like, shit, he taking down my video and about to give me a strike. I'm like, oh nah, he gonna do it again with the other video. So I was like, let me just abbreviate the word and just put a letter, And when you watch his videos, you're gonna be familiar with who we're talking about. And I guess in a way, it shows you that the Lord doesn't really want certain people to understand. So that's why if we abbreviate the title, some people, the spirit got to be on you to watch the videos anyway. But at the end of the day, this devil gonna come down with his wrath, and that's gonna be by way of the not only martial law but internet shutdown as well. The shutting down of certain internet apps could be and websites will be possible, and while other websites will be up, and then he would just even shut down the whole internet as a whole, including social media platforms. And YouTube is a major one where brothers would push out the truth. But we all know that brothers are drawn to other platforms as well, because YouTube kind of becoming a little too high key, and it's coming a little too hot, with the truth. And Esau's like his ass is getting burnt so much to the point where he gotta take down videos because it's too much heat for him. He can't handle it. And then so this is like one of the incentives that is being offered, around the US. So I'll go into probably like a few of these articles. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to abbreviate the words. I'm gonna speak a little bit in a little abbreviating the words and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to say a letter or something to kind of like shorten the words, because I know the algorithm catches up for what you say. So alright, so it says barbecues and conjugal visits offered to NY incarcerated to boost the V rate. And the conjugal visit is like where they're able to, where a prisoner is able to spend quality time with a visitor, like their spouse, and it's like in prison you're not even pretty much able to touch the the visitor. Like, usually gotta speak through a bulletproof glass and on the phone. And I feel like mostly if you able to be able to touch a visitor or whatever, you have to have money for those things, for you to even have that type of, I guess, rights. Because they restrict you of all your rights when you're in that jail system. They don't even give you a name. They just give you a whole number. Shit. And then they got you working there whenever the fuck they want. They got you working for certain factories in the penal system, that force you to do slave labor. Like, in other words, it's called penal labor as well, where you're getting underpaid. You're getting like 10 to 14 cents an hour. And not only that, you also get like you also have to, yeah, you have to wake up whatever time they want you to wake up for you to work, and whatever they tell you to do, you got to do it, you know. And it's like I've heard from some people's experience for being in the jail on that you have to, like, if you trying to find recreation, you only get like an hour of your, of recreational time, some shit. It's like, you know, that's all you get. And so you gotta make every use of that hour. So, it says, let me see. Right now, only about 45% of those incarcerated have received the V so far, compared to the rest of the state, which has a V rate of over 70%. So, let me see. I mean, that'll be it from there. I don't want to go too much into it because that's all I want to get out of it, honestly. But yeah, Esau know what the fuck he's doing, and we already know. Saw ties up with Revelation chapter 13, and 16. Elder Kazak did a video like this, about, you know, like a couple hours ago, like in last night, like around 1 o'clock or so. So, and I know he kind of did it along with another topic he brought up in the lesson, and the other topic that he brought up was, which I did, a couple hours ago, in the early in the morning, like around 5 o'clock, was, how the FDA approved it, you know, and let me see. So I'm gonna go into another article. And this article on corrections1.com says, like, that there's a new program that includes like awarding 5 fully V'd inmates at random in each of the state's 50 prisons with care packages up to $75 in value, with popular foods from the commissary. So, it's just honestly to just boost the rates of the V. That's what they're trying to do, and that's their agenda. And this is what Elder Kazak, I was reading, something about this, the ramen noodles part of the video that he did about, like, how inmates are receiving certain benefits to get the V. And it says a jail in Washington State is offering ramen noodles as an incentive to encourage inmates to get, the CV shots. So that's what the jail in Washington State is offering for people to get the first dose, and then once they get the first dose of the V, they'll get, like, ramen noodles. And I'm like, that's just a way to sell out to Esau on a very low level, just for food. I'm just saying. But your soul ain't really worth, I don't give a damn. Your soul ain't worth to defile at any price, But selling it out for food is a hell of a small level. But, some jakes will be sold out for thousands, 100,000s, even up to millions, and so forth. Like they say, you could buy a nigga cheap. So, yeah, some niggas are cheaper than others, and that's just the low level sellouts. You best believe that. And it says each participant could get 10 free ramen noodle cups. Like, that's too low of a of incentive. Like, come on, man. A ramen noodle cup. Can't somebody send me that from like a relative send me that if I'm locked up, if I'm in a cell block, you know, niggas that'll get locked up in the dog pound, like you trying to really give like Raymond cups, like come on, you know. What about like a couple hundreds or a couple hundreds or thousands or something? Exactly. They're full of it. But they also might go as far as to pretty much like reduce the sentences, you know, because in a way, um, there's ways of basically reducing your years for you to be, you know, locked up. But I'm telling you, they're gonna go as far as to make it to where when you get the V, you could reduce your years and, you know, in the slammer. That's what they finna do. You know, and it's all tying up with, you know, the MOTB in the end of the day, because, you know, let's say if this is not the MOTB, um, they will pretty much like do the same shit with the MOTB, you know, once they trying to mandate that. I'm just saying. And this could be the MOTB as far as like we're seeing, you know, when people scan their arms, and they're saying that their arm is magnetic, their arm got you know, got a code or whatever. When they scan it through a QR code on their phone, I'm like, yeah, people having different side effects with uh, the V shots, you know. Another article of a Muskogee County Jail offering inmates CV incentives. And, you know, the incentives that are being offered is $20 incentive bags, commissary bags, if they consent to rolling of their sleeve in the fight against, you know, CV-19, yeah, C-19. Yeah, get the point. So that's where they're going with this thing, to just boost the rates. They're trying to have people to sell out on a smaller level, and then eventually they're gonna raise it to, you know, Esau starts at a very cheap level. I'm talking about he will start off with food, you know, because you know, it's like Jake will go as far as to, you know, get food into their system to listen to this devil, you know, eat, you know. And I mean, if anything, Esau was the first sellout in a way when it was coming to his birthright. He sold out for a morsel of meat that was red inside of a bowl of lentils. So, you know, and it's like he's trying to get us to do the same thing, just to defile our bodies for the you know, with the V shots. So, and I eventually knew, like, when it's coming to the MOTB being implemented, I already knew that they're gonna find a way to basically give people certain incentives for them to, you know, in order for them to get like the MOTB. But if this is not the MOTB, then most likely it's gonna do the same thing with the MOTB, you know, with the Karagma, which is, you know, the mark. So let me get out some scriptures now. So, you know, Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7, you know, where it says, like, surely a person make it a wise man mad. It says, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Right, and this is like one of the gifts that destroyeth the heart. The incentives just for you to get the you know, the CV shots, you know. And that's actually, you know, one of the ways that this devil is going about trying to boost the CV rates. And it's really this devil's really like you know, strategic with his plans, you know. He will go as far as to do something like this just to get you to sell out on a very small level, you know, just to defile your body, just to get food or whatever care package he has to offer. You know, find it ironic they call it a care package and they don't give two fucks about you. All they care about is destroying you. You know, so they truly don't care about you. You know, and it's like the Most High really have to have you as a one blind motherfucker for you to not really catch on to this agenda. You don't see as they're trying to give these, these benefits, all these incentives, these perks and rewards for people that get the shots now. You mean to tell me that y'all can't see it still? That this devil's trying to kill you? There's people that literally was on the news with half of their face frozen and the other side of their face was able to move after they got the shots. And then it wasn't even a fucking year till they approved of this shit. And all the other outbreaks of diseases and shit got like 5 years for them to come up with the V for it. And it's like, yo, the Most High really have a one heavy demon to blind you niggas and, the rest of the people in this world that can't see it. Even some people don't have this truth sees the agenda behind it. But then it's like, when it's coming to Jake is just so fucking dumb and just far gone. They can't even see like a speck of the light. Like, god damn. You have to be just the Most High just smitten you with complete bugged out blindness if you can't even see the agenda behind this. Like, yeah, of course they're trying to kill you and they're trying to kill you off little by little, just to give you a little incentive. That's like me rewarding a lab rat with little more snacks and little more crumbs after I damn near fucking him up with all this type of experiments. And that's how Esau looks at you stupid ass people. He looks at y'all like experiments, especially you fucking Jakes. Y'all are he wants to experiment on y'all the most. And he will do it to his own people too, don't get me wrong, in the other nations, but he's mostly got his mind fixated on you fucking Jakes out there. So and the gift that destroy your heart, yeah, that's basically what it is. The stimulus checks with the same shit too, because Jake thinking that they're gonna keep getting it, that they don't see like, that this shit is gonna fucking eventually cause hyperinflation, because a lot of people getting money going up, and then you're seeing the wages of jobs starting to go up. It's all gonna lead to hyperinflation. But Jake don't notice it until it happens in their area. That's when Jake sees it, when it happens to the same city that they're in, or the state that they're in. When it happens to their area, they're gonna see it. That's the only time when Jake open their eyes, is when it happens right where they're living at. Yeah. And it destroys their mind, like, because it's like they're just willing to sell out to something that's gonna defile their body and their whole and their spirit as well, because your body is a temple of the Lord, so what you do to your body will affect your spirit as well, and vice versa. And as we all know, Revelation chapter 13 verse 16, he calls up all, both small and great, rich or poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Exactly. And you see, all, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Yep. What was the incentives for people that were free? Oh yeah, a Krispy Kreme. You got this devil trying to promote for the V shots, like Krispy Kreme, donuts, and some other fast food junk like Shake Shack, but I'm like, but hold up for a sec. I was like, wait, I thought this whole shit was about you promoting health. You should be at least giving people like at least gift cards at a health food store or some shit. You know what I mean? But then it's like, nah, they want to give people junk food. You see? But don't junk food, doesn't that make you more likely to become sick? You see, and that's the thing. Jake don't fucking question what Esau do, but they have a fucking question, and they always got some smart shit to say when it's coming to well, it's not truly smart shit. It's just, it's dumb, but it's like they gotta come back for, when it's coming to brothers trying to teach them. They try to act smart. And they act like they're better than this truth. They don't ever want to humble themselves down. But see, when it's coming to Esau, Esau's like their fucking god. So Esau, whatever Esau say, they, please the creature more than the creator, And what they don't understand is the Most High controls both sides of the story. He controls the Esau, and he controls, everyone else, and everything is subject unto his will. But these people on this earth, they don't know that shit. So yeah. And then the bond is like, they have intensive care packages for them to, get the shots and shit like that. As far as going to offer them ramen noodle packages, and then even the going to, I guess, like a barbecue or something, or a conjugal visit, whatever it said in that article. Yeah, basically. It's really crazy. And then the small and great, rich and poor. The poor is like, the job opportunities that they say, oh, you got to get the V to get the job and shit like that. You got to get a V to go to certain places, maybe even certain hotels, certain travel, let's say like airports. You get it. You gotta travel to certain countries. You gotta get it. And that's going to the prophecy of a man shall go into the city, and a man shall desire to go to the city and not be able to. And why? Because you didn't get the V. Exactly. And so it's gonna affect like small and great people that are not as famous, and people that are that are hella famous. It could affect the opportunities in them having certain career roles in Hollywood if they're famous, or whatever famous thing they do, whether it be in the rap music industry, the dancing industry, the the entertainment industry as a whole, because it's all just entertainment in a way. uh you know and for the rich and the poor, it's affecting the rich people. Like, in order for them to run their businesses, they gotta enforce that upon the whole corporation, starting from the president of the company to the employee, down to the employee, down to the lowest employee, that everybody in that company has to get their shots, and that right there just, so I'll get the video kind of cut off. But so back to what I was saying, that right there shows you that Esau, he really clamping down on people, like, and it shows you that he got a short time, so he's really got to speed his agenda up. He's really gonna start pushing his draconic measures more than ever. That lamb that speak like a dragon, he's really pushing this more than ever. But at the same time, he's kind of spoon feeding these people, their freedom and shit like that, their mirth, a little bit of it, just to the point where it's like he's tricking them to follow the MOTB, the whole NWO agendas, for them to accept it, and by spoon feeding their freedom, and they will be granted their full so-called freedom, which really ain't really goddamn free in the fucking first place. If they basically follow the NWO agenda as a whole, and they follow every single agenda of these people, by fucking blindly accepting it, whatever this devil has to offer, and whatever he's requiring for you to get. So once they get all the requirements down, and they pretty much follow it to the T, that's when Esau is gonna give them their what you call it, their full freedom, their full normalcy. So that's how it is. That's what Esau's, trying to have them to think. And the only people that's gonna see this honestly is the ones that got this truth, not the ones who's fucking blinded. Because you see, the Most High put a real dark veil upon these people, especially even 2/3. They're just lost. And it really shows you at this point, this is not the time to go back into the world, because goddamn, you got a one hell of a heavy demon on you if you're going back to the world at this fucking time. This prophecy is really jumping off this page is like crazy, and it's only gonna get worse, honestly, with the things that's coming. It's not gonna get better. These people think it's gonna get better, but it's not. We're already at the end of this, and the Lord is coming quicker than we believe. Our salvation is nearer than we believe, the scripture says. Exactly. Why you think time is going faster more than ever? We're fessed up with this society. We're fed up with it. And the Lord sees that. And that's why he wants to deliver us out of it. And pretty much, like, you see, this is how you know damn well that this shit is not talking about no fucking Christianity. For you fucking bug outs that teach that Christianity is the MOTB. And the jab, it might be, this whole shots thing, it might be the MOTB, or it's just like a gateway to it, like a follow-up thing to condition people to it. But it's definitely not Christianity. Cause, bro, you got people like that teach, because you got some Israelites that teach that it's Christianity that this is talking about. No, it's not. Don't you see small and great churches? Don't you see everyone that is a damn Christian, even in the jail system? You got Christians that like in that own mega churches that be teaching, the people. You got rich pastors, and you got pastors who are even from rich to poor, and hustling out the people's money and shit like that. So this shit ain't talking about Christianity. And for you to teach that, man, you gotta be a real fucking hell of a false prophet with a legion of lying demons, demonic spirits on you. Like fucking Johanna from the ISUPK. But seemed like I'll end the lesson right there. So I just made my point. I don't want to drag it longer than it should have to be. And with that, I give all glory, praises, honor to Adonai Yahweh, B'Hashem Shah Malach Yahweh, B'Hashem Kakadash. The honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, peace, citation, hope for elect. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahshua B'Bakashah, Shalak Rayam, Adawam Yam, Wa Gawayam, Wa Abababah. Shalom.